السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Doesn't look like the mic is plugged.
Yeah, it's not.
One moment, guys.
Also, Mark, can you send me the StreamYard link, please?
All right, that should be working now. I hope it's working. Can everybody hear me? I'm hoping it's the right audio. Okay, it's the right audio. All right, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan ila yawm ad-din wa sallama tasliman kathiran ma ba'd. Hayyakum Allah wa bayyakum, brothers and sisters. We are going to begin, inshallah ta'ala, Surah Saba. So I'm going to skip all the introductions and get straight to the point because we're already 9 minutes behind because of all these technical issues. You know, it's been a while, so try to get back on track. Wallahu musta'an. طيب, are you ready?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وله الحمد في الآخرة وهو الحكيم الخبير. يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو الرحيم الغفور.
All right. All praise is due to Allah. Excuse me. To whom belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and to him belongs all praise in the hereafter, and he is the wise, the aware. He knows what penetrates into the earth and what emerges from it, and what descends from the heaven and what ascends therein, and he is the merciful, the forgiving. Now, the Shaykh alayhi rahmatullah says, after saying that this is a Surah Saba is a surah that is Makkiyah, i.e., it was revealed during the Meccan period before the Hijrah or the migration of Allah's Messenger alayhi to Al-Madinah, known back then as Yathrib, where the Muhajirin joined their brothers Al-Ansar. Muhajirin is the immigrants, Al-Ansar are the helpers, those who took them in and helped them out. And the rest is history. The Shaykh says, Alhamdu al-thana'u bil-sifat al-hamida. Excuse me. You guys are going to have to bear with me. The cough has been with me since the UK. I believe if you shake a million people's hands, it's expected that you're going to get a million viruses. الثناء بالصفات الحميدة والأفعال الحسنة. Alhamd is praise with the praiseworthy traits and the excellent actions. فلله تعالى الحمد. لأن جميع صفاته يحمد عليها لكونها صفات كمال. So to Allah belongs the praise because all of his traits, He deserves praise for them because they are the attributes of perfection. وأفعاله يحمد عليها لأنها دائرة بين الفضل الذي يحمد عليه ويشكر. And His actions are worthy of praise because they are always revolving around virtue that He is praised for and thanked. والعدل الذي يحمد عليه ويعترف بحكمته فيه, and also justice which He is praised for and which we acknowledge His wisdom therein. وحمد نفسه هنا على أن له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ملكا وعبيدا يتصرف فيهم بحمده. Herein Allah Azza wa Jal praise Himself for the fact that to Him belongs what is in the heavens and the earth as a property and as slaves, and He does to them whatever He wills by His praise. وله الحمد في الآخرة, and to Him belong the praise in the hereafter. لأن في الآخرة يظهر من حمده والثناء عليه ما لا يكون في الدنيا. Because in the Akhirah, different manifestations of His praise will appear, that which we don't know of in this worldly life. فإذا قضى الله تعالى بين الخلائق كلهم, after Allah Azza wa Jalla, when Allah judges between the entirety of the creation, ورأى الناس والخلق كلهم ما حكم به, and the entire, all of the people in the creation will see what Allah has judged, وكمال عدله, and they will see the perfection of His justice, وقسطه وحكمته فيه, and His balance and His wisdom therein. حمدوه كلهم على ذلك, all of them will praise Allah Azza wa Jal for that. All of them will praise Allah for that. حتى أهل العقاب, pay attention, it's very important. حتى أهل العقاب, even the people of punishment. ما دخلوا النار إلا وقلوبهم ممتلئة من حمده. They will not enter the fire except that their hearts will be filled out of praise for Allah. وأن هذا من جراء أعمالهم, and that which they have acquired of entering the hellfire is a byproduct and a consequence of their deeds. وأنه عادل في حكمه بعقابهم, and that Allah Azza wa Jal is judge. That Allah Azza wa Jal is judge in His judgment by punishing them. Meaning, even the people of punishment who will enter the fire, they will enter the fire praising Allah for being just with them, because they will know that they have brought this upon themselves, that they have destroyed themselves, that they have dug their own holes, and they have deprived themselves of the salvation that was once available to them. Willingly, deliberately, intentionally, they have compromised the truth, and therefore even when they enter Jahannam, they will enter Jahannam knowing Allah Azza wa Jal had been just with them. Subhanallah. وَأَمَّا ظُهُورُ حَمْدِهِ فِي دَارِ النَّعِيمِ وَالثَّوَابِ, as for the manifestation of Allah's praise in the abode of bounty and reward, فذلك شيء قد تواردت به الأخبار وتوافق عليه الدليل السمعي والعقلي. That is something that has a lot of information regarding it. Meaning, akhbar is from khabar, and khabar here means ad-dalil. It means from the information that we get from the revelation, not the one that you get from the news, not from BBC and CNN, not that kind of akhbar, because in the Arab world we call this akhbar. Bismillah. The news broadcast is called akhbar. So when you hear the word akhbar in the context of the Islamic teachings, then know that this is referring to al-khabar الذي هو معني بالدليل من القرآن والسنة, وليس الخبر المطلق بالمعنى العام للكلمة. لذلك قال الشيخ وتوافق عليه الدليل السمعي والعقلي. You guys at this stage, I see 35 people here, may Allah bless you all. and give us a chance to meet in real person, like we were given the chance to meet with the brothers in the UK in real and live in a live setting. Mashallah, it was really wonderful. But that's a separate video is going to come for that, inshallah. But for now, you guys should become familiar with those terminologies, because I don't expect you to be part of this class and still, struggling with these words, right? Because we've gone over to the Aqidah in its entirety, the Aqidah al-Wasitiyah in its entirety. And I know for a fact, tens of times, if not more, we've used the term ad-dalil al-sam'i wa ad-dalil al-aqli. And y'all should know what that means. Dalil means evidence. Sam'i from sama', meaning an evidence which I hear, i.e. it's a Quran or Sunnah. It's a textual evidence. What dalil al-aqli is an intellectual evidence. So that's the textual evidence and the intellectual evidence. Meaning we have both to support the praise that Allah Azza wa Jal deserves and that Allah Azza wa Jal will receive in the abode of bounty in Jannah. فإنهم في الجنة يرون من توالي نعم الله وإدرار خيره وكثرة بركاته وسعة عطاياه التي لم يبق في قلوب أهل الجنة أمنية ولا إرادة إلا وقد أعطي فوق ما تمنى وأراد. Subhanallah. Because in Jannah, they will see from the continuity of the bounties of Allah and from the outpouring of His goodness and the abundance of His blessings and the vastness of His givings, that which will not leave in the hearts of the people of Jannah not even a wish or an intent, except that they will be given that and even more than they have wished and intended. بل يعطون من الخير ما لم تتعلق به أمانيهم ولم يخطر بقلوبهم. Rather, they will even be given of goodness that which their wishes did not even reach. Things that they didn't even wish for. They didn't even manage to wish for those things. Nor did they even come across their minds. Things that they've never even imagined. فما ظنك بحمدهم لربهم في هذه الحال. So what do you think about the level of praise that they will have for their Lord in that state? مع أن في الجنة تضمحل العوارض والقواطع التي تقطع عن معرفة الله ومحبته والثناء عليه. Even though in Jannah all of these distractions that disconnect you and that prevent you from knowing Allah and loving Him and praising Him, all of these will be gone. And you have no reason to be distracted by the dunya to forget about Allah, like our case today. ويكون ذلك أحب إلى أهلها من كل نعيم وألذ عليهم من كل لذة. And that will be to them more beloved than every type of bounty. And it will be more delicious than every good, something that is good and appreciated and usually in taste. Ladha is a sweetness, there you go. ولهذا, and that's why إذا رأوا الله تعالى وسمعوا كلامه عند خطابه لهم. That's why when the people of Jannah, when they see Allah the Exalted, they will see Allah with their eyes. For those who say that Allah is neither this nor that, they deny all of the names and attributes of Allah, so you don't even have an Allah anymore. They will see Allah and they will hear His speech when He speaks to them. أذهلهم ذلك عن كل نعيم. That will amaze them above and beyond any type of bounty. ويكون الذكر لهم في الجنة كالنفس متواصلا في جميع الأوقات. And the remembrance of Allah will be for them as easy as inhaling and exhaling, as easy as breathing at all times. Do you actively think about breathing? Do you have trouble breathing? Not when you're sick, obviously. You don't. Similarly, the people will be remembering Allah so comfortably. It will flow off their tongues naturally. هذا إذا أضفت ذلك إلى أنه يظهر لأهل الجنة في الجنة كل وقت من عظمة ربهم وجلاله وجماله وسعة كماله ما يوجب لهم كمال الحمد والثناء عليه. This is without taking into consideration, or if you were to add to this, the fact that it will appear frequently to the people of Jannah in Jannah aspects of the greatness of their Lord and His majesty and His beauty and the vastness of His perfection, what will necessitate the perfection of praise and the gratitude. وهو الحكيم في ملكه وتدبيره. He is the most wise in His sovereignty and His arrangement of affairs. الحكيم في أمره ونهيه. He is the wise in His commandments and His prohibitions. الخبير, the well acquainted, the aware. المطلع على سرائر الأمور وخفاياها, the one who knows the secrets of the matters and the hidden aspects of it. ولهذا فصل علمه بقوله. That's why Allah broke it down for us about His knowledge by saying يعلم ما يلج في الأرض أي من مطر وبذر وحيوان. So Allah knows what penetrates into the earth of rain and grain and animal. وما يخرج منها, and what emerges from it. من أنواع النباتات وأصناف الحيوانات, of the various types of plantations and the various types of animals. وما ينزل من السماء, and what descends from the سماء من الأملاك والأرزاق والأقدار of properties and sustenance and decrees. وما يعرج فيها, and what ascends therein من الملائكة والأرواح وغير ذلك, of the angels and the souls and the likes of that and other than that. ولما ذكر مخلوقاته وحكمته فيها وعلمه بأحوالها. After Allah mentioned His creation and His wisdom concerning them and His knowledge of their affairs. ذكر مغفرته ورحمته لها. Allah mentioned His forgiveness and His mercy for those creations. فقال, so He said, وهو الرحيم الغفور, and He is the most merciful, the most forgiving. أي الذي الرحمة والمغفرة وصفه, the one whose mercy and forgiveness are His attributes. ولم تزل آثارهما تنزل على العباد, and their يعني آثار is the effects, their effects continue to descend upon the slaves. كل وقت, every time, بحسب ما قاموا به من مقتضياتها أو مقتضياتهما, depending on what they have put forth of necessitating those qualities. يعني Allah is constantly sending down His mercy and His forgiveness to those who have done the aspects that make them worthy or make them deserving of acquiring them. طيب, ayat number 3 and 4 and 5, please.
وقال الذين كفروا لا تأتينا الساعة قل بلى وربي لتأتينكم عالم الغيب لا يعزب عنه مثقال ذرة في السماوات ولا في الأرض ولا أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين ليجزي الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم والذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين أولئك لهم عذاب من رجز أليم.
My bad. But those who disbelieve say the hour will not come to us. Say, yes, by my Lord, it will surely come to you. Allah is the knower of the unseen. Not absent from Him is an atom's weight, within the heavens or within the earth, or what is smaller than that or greater, except that it is in a clear register, that He may reward those who believe and do righteous deeds. Those will have forgiveness and noble provision. But those who strive against our verses seeking to cause failure, for them will be a painful punishment of foul nature. Allah musta'an. لما بين تعالى عظمته بما وصف به نفسه. After Allah had highlighted His majesty and greatness with that which He described Himself with, وكان هذا موجبا لتعظيمه وتقديسه والإيمان به, and that was necessitating, glorifying, and taqdis is to venerate and to believe in Him. ذكر أن من أصناف الناس طائفة لم تقدر ربها حق قدره. Allah mentioned to us that there's a denomination, a type, a kind of people who did not assess the right of their Lord as it is due to Him. وَلَمْ تُعَظِّمُوا حَقَّ عَظَمَتِهِ, and they did not magnify Allah the way He deserves to be magnified. بَلْ كَفَرُوا بِهِ, rather they disbelieved in Him. وَأَنْكَرُوا قُدْرَتَهِ على إعادة الأموات وقيام الساعة, and they denied His ability to resurrect the death and to bring about the hour. وعارضوا بذلك رسله, and they opposed therein with that His messengers. فقال, so Allah said, وقال الذين كفروا أي بالله وبرسله وبما جاءوا به. So those who disbelieved in what? They disbelieved in Allah and His messengers and what His messengers brought. فقالوا بسبب كفرهم, so they said as a result of their disbelief, لا تأتينا الساعة, the hour will not come, أي ما هي إلا هذه الحياة الدنيا نموت ونحيا, as in another ayah. They said this is nothing, this is actually another ayah. This is nothing but the worldly life. We die and we live. فأمر الله رسوله أن يرد قولهم, so Allah commanded His messenger to refute their statement. ويبطله, and to nullify it. ويقسم على البعث وأنه سيأتيهم, and to make an oath about resurrection and the fact that it will surely come to them. واستدل على ذلك بدليل من أقر به, and Allah Azza wa Jalla uses an evidence those who have acknowledged it. لزمه أن يصدق بالبعث ضرورة, whoever acknowledges what will be mentioned is forced to acknowledge the resurrection by necessity. وهو علمه تعالى الواسع العام, and that is Allah's vast knowledge. فقال, Allah said, عالم الغيب أي الأمور الغائبة عن أبصارنا وعن علمنا. He knows the unseen, meaning the matters that are that are hidden from our eyes and from our knowledge. فكيف بالشهادة, then how about the shahada, يعني if which are the things that are mushahad, things that are seen and observed. ثم أكد علمه فقال, then Allah affirmed His knowledge. He said, لا يعزب أي لا يغيب عن علمه, it doesn't escape His knowledge. مثقال ذرة في السماوات ولا في الأرض, the equivalent of an atom in the heavens or within the earth. أي جميع الأشياء بذواتها وأجزائها, all matters, all things in their essence and in their parts. حتى أصغر ما يكون من الأجزاء, even the smallest part of that part. وهو المثاقيل منها, and that would be the things that are weighable from among them. ولا أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين, nothing smaller, nothing bigger except that in a clear register. أي قد أحاط به علمه وجرى به قلمه, meaning whatever that thing is, Allah's knowledge has encompassed it and Allah's pen has written it. وتضمنه الكتاب المبين الذي هو لوح المحفوظ. Included in that is the preserved tablet, is the kitab al-mubin, which is the preserved tablet that has all these details. فالذي لا يخفى عن علمه مثقال الذرة فما دونه في جميع الأوقات. So the one whom not hidden from him or not absent from him is the equivalent of an atom, or what is even lesser than that at all times. ويعلم ما تنقص الأرض من الأموات وما يبقى من أجسادهم وما يبقى من أجسادهم, and he knows what the earth will get diminished in terms of the dead and what remains of their bodies. قادر على بعثهم من باب أولى. If he knows all of that, surely he is able to resurrect them by default. وليس بعثهم بأعجب من هذا العلم المحيط, and resurrected them is not more amazing or wondrous than this vast knowledge of Allah. ثم ذكر المقصود من البعث. Then Allah mentioned what is intended behind the resurrection. So فقال, he said, ليجزي الذين آمنوا, so he may compensate and reward those who believe. بقلوبهم صدقوا الله, with their hearts they believed Allah. وصدقوا رسله تصديقا جازما, and they believed his messenger the absolute belief. Jazim, from jazm, is when you are confirmed. When you are, jazman is like when you are decided and you're not, there's no speculation. Anti-speculative. Jazm is confirmed 100%, no doubt whatsoever. وعملوا الصالحات تصديقا لإيمانهم, and they did righteous deeds as means of proving their iman. To acknowledge and prove their iman, it has to translate it to good deeds. Those أولئك لهم مغفرة لذنوبهم, those will have forgiveness for their sins بسبب إيمانهم, because of their iman. وعملهم يندفع بها كل شر وعقاب, because of their iman and their deeds, it will repel away every evil and punishment. ورزق كريم, ورزق كريم, and also a very noble provision. بإحسانهم, because of their excellence. يحصل لهم به كل مطلوب ومرغوب وأمنية, because of that they will acquire and receive every demand that they have, every desire and every wish. والذين سعوا في آياتنا معاجزين, أي سعوا فيها كفرا بها وتعجيزا لمن جاء بها وتعجيزا لمن أنزلها كما عجزوه في الإعادة بعد الموت. As for those who strive against our verses, the Shaykh said, meaning they strive in disbelieving in it and in trying to deny the one who brought them and try to deny the one who sent them down. The same way they said that he's incapable of bringing the dead people after their, resurrecting the dead after their death. أولئك لهم عذاب من رجز أليم, أي مؤلم لأبدانهم وقلوبهم. It will be painful. It will be painful to their bodies and it will be painful to their hearts. What time did we start? 1? No, we started late. 1. Yeah. Continue, please. Read Ayah 6 to 9, please.
ويرى الذين أوتوا العلم الذي أنزل إليك من ربك هو الحق ويهدي إلى صراط العزيز الحميد. وقال الذين كفروا هل ندلكم على رجل ينبئكم إذا مزقتم كل ممزق إنكم لفي خلق جديد أفترى على الله كذبا أم به جنة بل الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة في العذاب والضلال البعيد أفلم يروا إلى ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم من السماء والأرض إن نشأ نخسف بهم الأرض أو نسقط عليهم كسفا من السماء إن في ذلك لآية لكل عبد منيب.
And those who have been given knowledge see that what is revealed to you from your Lord is the truth, and it guides to the path of the exalted in might, the praiseworthy. But those who disbelieve say, shall we direct you to a man who will inform you that when you have disintegrated in complete disintegration, you will then be recreated in a new creation? Has he invented about Allah a lie, or is there in him madness? Rather, they who do not believe in the hereafter will be in the punishment and are in extreme error. Then do they not look at what is before them and what is behind them of the heaven and earth? If we should will, we could cause the earth to swallow them, or could let fall upon them fragments from the sky. Indeed, in that is a sign for every servant turning back to Allah. Beautiful. The Shaykh Rahimahullah says, I think we Ayah 6, لما ذكر تعالى إنكار من أنكر البعث, when Allah mentioned those who deny the those who deny the resurrection, وأنهم يرون ما أنزل على رسوله ليس بحق, and that they see that whatever Allah sent upon His messenger is not the truth. ذكر حالة الموفقين من العباد وهم أهل العلم. الله أكبر. Then Allah mentioned the condition of those who have been granted success from among the slaves of Allah, and those will be none but the people of knowledge. وأنهم يرون ما أنزل الله على رسوله. يا حجاج بيت الله الحرام. Hello. And that they see whatever Allah Azza wa Jalla sent upon His messenger من الكتاب وما اشتمل عليه من الأخبار, that they see whatever Allah sent down upon His messenger of the book and whatever it contains of information, هو الحق, it is to be the truth. أي الحق منحصر فيه, meaning the truth is exclusively restricted to it. وما خالفه وناقضه فإنه باطل, and whatever opposes it and negates it is باطل. So we who want to attribute ourselves to the people of knowledge, because we're believers following the people of knowledge, is what we've been saying all along. Anything that opposes the Quran is false. And anything within the Quran is true, whether or not scientists and the world agree or disagree. That's the position of the people of knowledge. They're not swayed by opinions and by political pressures and by social construct, and they're not affected. They're not swayed by those things. They go by the revelation and the truth. Because you hear someone today, like I saw a clip, a video of Yasser Qadi defending protesting and supposedly refuting the people that say that protesting is haram. And it's a classic example of someone who just has basically abandoned the Quran and the Sunnah and resorted to any type of mutashabih and doubtful matter to justify this bogus, erroneous position that opposes the senior among the people of knowledge. And it opposes basic common sense, and it opposes facts and reality. And I'm not going to turn this into a debate now, but I just want to tell you that the people of knowledge are the ones who will tell you that the Quran takes precedence over everything else. And the people of desires will try to tell you why everything else is okay to accept. And the Quran, somehow, in a very indirect way, it supports their positions and their stances, knowing very clearly that is not the case. لأنهم وصلوا من العلم إلى درجة اليقين, because they have reached in knowledge their level of certainty. Excuse me. ويرون أيضا أنه في أوامره ونواهيه, and they further see that what the Quran contains of Allah's commands and prohibitions, يهدي إلى صراط العزيز الحميد, it will guide you to the path of the exalted in might, the praiseworthy. وذلك لأنهم جزموا بصدق ما أخبر بها من وجوه كثيرة, and that's because they have reached certainty in the truthfulness of what the Quran has offered in terms of the commands and prohibitions from multiple facets. من جهة علمهم بصدق من أخبر بها, first because of the knowledge of the truthfulness of the one who mentioned them, the one who spoke about these أخبار. ومن جهة موافقتها للأمور الواقعة والكتب السابقة, and because, and from another angle, the angle of its agreement with contemporary facts and with the previous revelations. ومن جهة ما يشاهدون من أخبارها التي تقع عيانا, and also what they see of the information that the Quran mentioned that is appearing and manifesting before their eyes. ومن جهة ما يشاهدون من الآيات العظيمة الدالة عليها في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم, and because of what they see of the great ayat of the Quran that they can observe within the horizons and within themselves. ومن جهة موافقتها لما دلت عليه أسماءه تعالى وأوصافه, because of its agreement of what Allah's names and attributes mention or that are mentioned in the Quran. ويرون في الأوامر والنواهي أنها تهدي إلى الصراط المستقيم, and they see that in these prohibitions, in these commandments and prohibitions, It guides you to the straight path. المتضمن للأمور بكل صفة تزكي النفس, which includes a lot of matters, such as every matter that purifies the soul. وتنمي الأجر, and it will grow your reward. وتفيد العامل وغيره, and it will benefit the doer and other than the doer. كالصدق والإخلاص وبر الوالدين وصلة الأرحام والإحسان إلى عموم الخلق ونحو ذلك, such as truthfulness, sincerity, dutifulness to the parents, keeping the kinship ties, and excellence to the general creation and the likes of that. وتنهى عن كل صفة قبيحة, and it prohibits every blameworthy or every ugly trait. تدنس النفس, that impurifies or unpurifies the soul. وتحبط الأجر, and it will nullify the reward. وتوجب الإثم والوزر, and it necessitates sinfulness and bad deeds. من الشرك والزنا والربا والظلم في الدماء والأموال والأعراض, such as the things that are prohibited of polytheism, adultery and fornication, engaging in usury, oppression when it comes to blood, wealth, and people's honors and people's dignity. وهذه منقبة لأهل العلم وفضيلة وعلامة لهم. This is a very this is a very important trait or a praiseworthy state for the people of knowledge, and it's a sign, it's an indicative sign of them. وأنه كلما كان العبد أعظم علما, the more the slave is vast in knowledge, the more he has knowledge. وتصديقا بأخبار ما جاء به الرسول, and he is more trusting and he's more has a higher state of belief in whatever the Prophet ﷺ brought of information. وأعظم معرفة بحكم أوامره ونواهيه, and he's greater in knowledge of the rulings of the commandments and the prohibitions of the Quran and the Sunnah. كان من أهل العلم الذين جعلهم الله حجة على ما جاء به الرسول. He will become among the people of knowledge whom Allah has made an evidence and a proof regarding what the messengers have brought. احتج الله بهم على المكذبين المعاندين كما في هذه الآية وغيرها. Allah Azza wa Jal used them as an evidence and a proof against the stubborn beliers in this ayah and in other ayat. That shows you the status of the people of knowledge. أي وقال الذين كفروا على وجه التكذيب والاستهزاء والاستبعاد. Now those who disbelieve say in the state of belying, mocking, and far-fetching. وذكر وجه الاستبعاد, and the reason why it's far-fetched, أي قال بعضهم لبعض, they said to them each other, هل ندلكم على رجل ينبئكم إذا مزقتم كل ممزق إنكم لفي خلق جديد. Should we direct you to a man who will inform you that when you have disintegrated into complete disintegration, that you will be recreated in a new creation. يعنون بذلك الرجل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Who are they intending by that? They intend by that statement that رجل is the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. وأنه رجل أتى بما يستغرب منه, that he's a man who brought something that is that people find strange. حتى صار بزعمهم فرجة يتفرجون عليها, so much so that he became like a show, something that they like observe and wonder about. وأعجوبة يسخرون منها, and it's something that is amazing and wondrous that they mock and make fun of. وأنه كيف يقول, and how is it that he's saying إنكم مبعوثون بعدما مزقكم البلا, how is it that you will be resurrected after you've been disintegrated by deterioration. وتفرقت أوصالكم, and your body parts have split up, broken up. وَاضْمَحَلَّتْ أَعْضَاؤُكُمْ, and your body parts have actually also, perished. Like in the grave. There's nothing left but bones. And the bones are not even connected anymore. فهذا الرجل الذي يأتي بذلك, a man who says this, هل افترى على الله كذبا فتجرأ عليه وقال ما قال. Has he lied against Allah? He had the audacity, so he said what he said. أم به جنة, or does he have madness? فلا يستغرب منه, then it's not something so weird anymore. فأن الجنون فنون. that is such an amazing Arabic proverb. It's so short, but it's so deep. Al-junun funun. I need to say this more often because in my life I see plenty of that manifestation. Craziness is art. Yani or a science. Meaning people take on different sciences in how crazy they are. Not all crazy people are like. People get creative and artistic in their madness. People become creative and artistic in their madness. وكل هذا منهم على وجه العناد والظلم. All of this, though, regarding the context of what we're saying, all of this from them is nothing but stubbornness and oppression. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمُوا أَنَّهُ أَصْدَقُ خَلْقِ اللَّهِ وَعَقَلُهُم. They know very well that he's among the most truthful, he's the most truthful of the creation of Allah, and the most intellectually sound. ومن علمهم أنهم أبدوا وأعادوا في معاداتهم. And part of the knowledge is that they had made that declaration and they retracted it. وبذلوا أنفسهم ومالهم في صد الناس عنه. And they spent their lives, they exerted their lives and their wealth to prevent the people from him. فلو كان كاذبا مجنونا, had he been crazy and mad, لم ينبغي لكم بأهل العقول غير الزاكي أن تصغوا لما قال. If he was really mad, why would you even, intellectual people, bother in even hearing what he has to say? ولا تحتفلوا بدعوته. And you wouldn't even pay attention to his invitation. لأن المجنون لا ينبغي للعاقل أن يلفت إليه نظره أو يبلغ قوله منه كل مبلغ. Because the person who's mad, the one who's actually intellectually sound, he shouldn't be bothered by what the mad person says or even look at him, and the mad person's statement shouldn't really have an impact on him. ولولا عنادكم وظلمكم لبادرتم لإجابته ولبيتم دعوته. Had you not been stubborn and oppressive, you would have been hasty, or you would have hastened to accept his invitation and to accept his call. ولكن ما تغني الآيات والنذر عن قوم لا يؤمنون. But what would the benefit be? What would the ayat and the warning be of benefit for people who don't believe? ولهذا قال تعالى, that's what Allah said, بل الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة ومنهم الذين قالوا تلك المقالة. Those who don't believe in the hereafter, and among them are those who have said that statement. في العذاب والضلال البعيد. They are in the punishment and in the in the manifest misguidance, extreme error. أي في الشقاء العظيم والضلال البعيد الذي ليس بقريب من الصواب. So they are in the great شقاء, يعني being wretched, and extreme error, the one that is far from correctness. وأي شقاء وضلال أبلغ من إنكارهم لقدرة الله على البعث. What greater wretchedness and misguidance than denying Allah's ability to resurrect. وتكذيبهم لرسولهم الذي جاء به. And them denying and belying and rejecting their messenger who brought them this. واستهزائهم به, and even mocking him. وجزمهم بأن ما جاءوا به هو الحق, and them claiming that what they have brought is the truth. فرأوا الحق باطلا والباطل والضلال حقا وهدى. So they saw the truth to be falsehood, and the falsehood and the misguidance to be the truth and to be guidance. والله المستعان. ثم نبههم على الدليل العقلي الدال على عدم استبعاد البعث الذي استبعدوه. Then Allah gave him an intellectual evidence that shows him there's nothing difficult in understanding the concept of resurrection, that they have said that it's far-fetched. وأنهم لو نظروا إلى ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم من السماء والأرض. If they were to look to what is before them and what is behind them of the heavens and the earth, فرأوا من قدرة الله فيه ما يبهر العقول. They would have seen that which amazed their minds of Allah's ability in them. ومن عظمته ما يذهل العلماء والفحول. And in Allah's greatness, that which will what's the term? Mesmerize the scholars, like the very advanced, specialized scholars and people of knowledge. And that would be ulama of both deen and dunya. وأن خلقهما وعظمتهما وما فيهما من المخلوقات أعظم من إعادة الناس بعد موتهم من قبورهم. And the fact that what is in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the greatness of those is that which is greater than merely bringing people back to life after their death from their graves. فما الحامل لهم على ذلك التكذيب مع التصديق بما هو أكبر منه. So what is driving them? What is causing them to deny the easier one when they acknowledge the greater one? نعم ذلك خبر غيبي إلى الآن ما شاهدوه. Yes, this is an unseen matter that until now they have not seen. فلذلك كذبوا به. That's why they denied it. قال الله إن نشأ نخسف بهم الأرض أو نسقط عليهم كسفا من السماء أي من العذاب لأن الأرض والسماء تحت تدبيرنا because the heavens and the earth are under Allah's arrangement of affairs فإن أمرناهما if Allah commanded both of them لم يستعصيا they will not be disobedient فاحذروا إصراركم على تكذيبكم فنعاقبكم أشد العقوبة so be wary of your persistence on belying lest you get punished in the most severe punishment إن في ذلك verily in that أي خلق السماوات والأرض وما فيهما من المخلوقات meaning in the creation of the heavens and the earth and what they contain of the creation لآية لكل عبد منيب فكلما كان العبد أعظم إنابة إلى الله the more a slave is greater in remorse and return to Allah كان انتفاعه بالآيات أعظم him benefiting from the signs of Allah will be also greater لأن المنيب مقبل إلى ربه because the one who's always turning to Allah is in the state of going towards Allah قد توجهت إرادته وهماته لربه his intent and his resolve are all directed towards his Lord ورجع إليه في كل أموره and this person refers matters back to Allah in every affair of his affairs فصار قريبا من ربه therefore he became close to his Lord ليس له هم إلا الاشتغال بمرضاته he has no concern except to occupy himself with the pleasure of Allah فيكون نظره للمخلوقات نظر فكرة وعبرة لا نظر غفلة غير نافعة so his observation of the creation of Allah is the observation of a thinking person who gets morals and benefits and ponders on the creation of Allah not the observation of someone who's in the state of heedlessness who does not benefit whatsoever so with this inshallah we conclude we are on ayah number 10 بإذن الله جل جلاله وتقدست أسماؤه we can continue this next week we'll open the floor inshallah for some Q&A all right وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله حي الله الشيخ عادل النجار may Allah give you any family shifa آمين يا رب can you go through hadith Qudsi of all levels after the 40 hadith 2 if a video is paused does it count as a picture preventing angels all right hadith Qudsi it's an interesting topic a lot of people have been asking for Kitab al-Tawheed we will inshallah vote once we're done and see which book we can go for but that's definitely something to consider from someone who's consistent like you Jazakallahu khairan no if the video is paused it shouldn't be a problem inshallah it's still digital bi'idhnillah but these are usually done accidentally if a person is pausing it just so that they can have a picture on like what resembles a picture then it should be avoided inshallah Naam. What age can children attend the congregational prayer for Maghrib? Is it not allowed until they reach puberty? No, absolutely not. Who told you that? مروا أولادكم بالصلاة وهم أبناء 7 واضربوهم عليها وهم أبناء 10. The Prophet ﷺ said, command your children to pray at the age of 7 and beat them if they don't pray at the age of 10. وفرقوا بينهم في المضاجع and separate between them in their sleep. So the child can attend the congregational prayer as long as he knows how to behave. If he knows how to stand in the row and pray without playing around and distracting the people, regardless of his age, you can bring him. If he's going to be a distraction for the musallin, then you don't bring him, even if he's 20 years old. Now, what is the reward for praying tahajjud? Well, Allah Azza wa Jal, you get closer to Allah. You get close to Allah so that everything that you do will become in Allah's pleasure. They refer to the hadith, ما تقرب إلي عبدي بأحب ما فرضته عليه. My slave does not come close to me with that which is more beloved than that which I've made obligatory on him. ولا يزال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل. Then my slave continues to draw near to me with the volunteer prayers until I become the hand with which he strikes and the eyes with which he sees and so on and so forth. And if he were to ask me, I were to give him. And if he were to seek refuge, I would grant him. Refer to that hadith Qudsi. I think we've covered it in one of these classes, inshallah ta'ala. Naam. Is it permissible to work for customer service for an auto glass car fixing company where you have to record the person's information, like their name, date of car accident? You also have to record their car insurance and book an appointment for them, but they're not taking their payment. So yeah, this is fine. It's fine, inshallah. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello world. Hey there. Hey there. Alaikum salam. What is the minimum we could do to make the ummah strong again? I have faith in Allah, pray 5 times a day. Is this enough? No, it's not enough. It's not enough. There's a lot more that you have to do. Please refer to the talks that were delivered in the UK about this issue. We will be publishing some of them soon, inshallah. Wa iyyak habibi, hayyak Allah. I'm looking for a job. We could begin with the language. Yeah, Muhammad Tariq. Today, people appreciate language and language proficiency and bilingualism. You might want to start by working on your spelling, your punctuation, your grammar. Inshallah will help you land the job. And I'm having a tough time finding a job where there are no women in the workforce. Free mixing is so rampant, it's so hard to escape it. Please advise. Well, you continue to look for a job where there's no such thing. If you really have to, if you can't find anything else, then you find the job with the least fitna. You find the job with the least fitna and you keep to yourself. Now, can you please elaborate on the point as to why the people go into hellfire praising Allah? Because they will know that they're going to the fire because of what their hands have earned, and that Allah was just with them. So they will praise Allah for being just because they know that we're guilty 100%. So just to give you an example, you get in trouble with the school principal, all right, and and you know that you've messed up big time, and the school principal fires you from school. What is the term they use? There's another term. He kicks you out of school. There's another term I can't think of right now. Expels you from school. Jazakallah khairan. You, if you're a fair person, when the people tell you, man, they start talking trash about the principal, you say, nope. No, he's a nice guy. He's a top-notch guy. It's my fault. I did this for myself. I did this to myself. So in spite of the principal being the person behind your expulsion, you still do not talk anything bad, and rather you praise him because you know he did the right thing, because you deserved being expelled from school. Capish? Capitano? Excelente amigo. Huh? What? Exclusion? Ma'moon? Is this my Ma'moon? Yalla, next. Is it permissible to be in a group chat with a potential? No, don't remind me of the AI Wali. La. This needs a lecture. Is it permissible to be in a group chat with a potential and Wali is in the group chat too, so we can get to know each other as he lived for? Yeah, it's permissible, but how much of that do you need? You could be in a group with the Wali, but how much are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? It's only a few things you need to sort out. What else are you going to discuss? How do you like to fold the towels? Oh, I like them folded, quad, 4 times. Four. Who cares? Who cares? So that's just ridiculous, Bob. But, that really reminds me of, Mufti Menk. What am I going to say? Mufti Menk. Ya Mufti Menk. Ya Rajul, you've tarnished the word Mufti for life. Wallahi, it is a degradation and an insult to the term Mufti for life. Wallahi, this person is the farthest thing from Mufti. Dude straight up thinks he's Biggie Smalls, man. He thinks he's some, I don't know who, Muhammad Ali. Who? Which celebrity am I supposed to think of? Dude, come on stage and people present him and everybody's carrying a candle. And he's like, oh. And then dude has swinging on a swing. No, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. Dude is on a swing telling you about, modern matrimonial application that has asked all the right questions. Do you know one of the questions? What is one of the questions? One of the questions is Salah important to you? This is your AI wali who's going to hook you up, huh? That's not a bid'ah. No. That's not a bid'ah at all. So he attends like Muslim concerts where he's Shakira basically. He is Shakira as far as they're concerned. Then the dude is promoting some Quran bid'ah by some guy who has some surah, some chapters of the Quran completely missing. He's there promoting it with him, and the dude is on some AI wali nonsense, swinging and talking nonsense, telling you the application will ask you all the right questions and it's all halal and it's all like, it's all according to the we love. You can't be serious, man. Yo, you can't be serious, man. This can't be real. This cannot be real. Is this like, I always think it's a prank, Like, so one day Mufti Man is going to say, yeah, hey guys, I've been pranking you all these years. Nah, I don't believe in any of this, man. Here, let me tell you the Aqidah of Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Let's begin with Al-Aqidah Tahawiyya, and then he begins teaching us, Aqidah, Al-Asma' wa Sifat. That's what I always hope for. He's been pranking us all these years, but I'm starting to get a feeling that it's not the case. It's not a prank. Dude is real. The dude is for real, man. The dude has an AI wali, man. An AI wali. A wali. It's an Islamic position that Allah and His Messenger ﷺ stipulated. A wali who's supposed to represent you. One of the most critical roles in a family is the wali. He became AI wali. Ya Rajul, please, Ya Rajul. Ya Rajul, ittaqillah, Ya Rajul. Get off the swing, bro. Keep the swing for the ladies. I'm not tripping if you swing. I might go to a park and swing, but you better believe I'm not going to put this on video and show the whole world that if I'm playing with my family, my children, I want to, connect with my children, fine. But to swing and like put it on video, that's next level faggotness. Al-Muhim, yes, my voice is different because I'm sick. I'm sick like a cat. Next. You made me more sick with this question. Can you please recite the supplication in first tashahhud according to the Sunnah? التحيات لله والصلوات والطيبات السلام على النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. نعم. Is it correct to say madkhalis do not exist? Yes, it is correct to say madkhalis do not exist because all that there is Salafis. And because people hate Salafis, and the word Salafi is broad and it contains, a number of strands because of the way it is, it's convenient to just create a group called madkhalis and give them certain characteristics that we are, that they say we are of, but we are free from them. And then yallah, warn the people against them. That's the Daniel Hakikachu bid'ah that the whole world is following him on. عادي هلا والله بغامبيا. جزاك الله خير يا Ibrahim. May Allah accept from me and from you, Habibi. Is there a specific dua to be recited between the Jum'ah khutab? I'm of the position that there isn't. I'm of the position that between the khutbatain you remain silent. Some of the scholars say this is the time to make the dua. This is the hour in which the dua will be accepted in Yawm al-Jum'ah. Some of the scholars say it's the last hour before Maghrib. I personally follow the latter position, and that when the khatib says أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم, something along these lines, and he sits down, you just remain quiet. You remain quiet. Wallahu a'lam. So the hadith about not letting children go out during the time of Maghrib is for children under 7. No, this is in general. Under 7 and above 7. Now, I have a Quran exam. So can I go to the people who have done the exam and ask them, what have you been asked? But the Shaykh doesn't ask the same question, but maybe he will. No, you cannot. That's cheating. Isn't that cheating? Why don't you? I'll save you the trouble. Ask the Shaykh who's giving you the exam. Say, Shaykh, can I ask the previous students what you asked? If he tells you no problem, alhamdulillah, go ahead and ask everybody. If he tells you no, don't ask, then don't ask. But I doubt he will let you. It doesn't matter. Ya Rasi. Is it good deeds to not pursue the law against the criminal and just simply wait for Yawm al-Qiyamah? No. No. There are times where you forgiving is encouraged in Islam, and there are times where forgiving someone allows them to continue in their ways of deviance and transgression, and it becomes haram for you to forgive them. You have to hold them accountable. نعم. أهلا بمأمون. هلا بالشيخ مأمون قولا واحدا. اللي بعده. The member has 3 steps. Which step should the khatib stand on? It doesn't matter. If I join a certain university marching parade band, but I have to shave my beard, which is very little, I would be sinful, right? You better believe it. First of all, why you forget about your beard? Yeah, first kindle scorch. What do you mean you're joining a university marching parade band? Is it band? Band as in band? Not like bandwidth, like band with musical instruments? Yeah, okay. That's bigger haram than worrying about the beard. It's all haram. إيش هذا? Which masjid will you be going to today for Maghrib Isha? I'm on my way to Riyadh. I'm assuming you're there. From Bahrain, hoping to meet you. Jazakallah khair. That's a short notice, Ya Shahir. I haven't been going to the masjid, Ya Shahir, because of my illness. I don't want to make it worse for me or make it worse for my fellow Muslims. And because I'm sick, I'm really not interacting with people. I really appreciate you coming or offering to meet up. I would have been completely fine with it under different circumstances. But for my own well-being and yours, inshallah, please forgive me. Maybe next time. Actually, I wanted to even cancel the class today, but I figured it's been a while and you guys might, I appreciate you guys. I wanted to show my appreciation by coming to the class in spite of being sick and really wanting to rest. But I feel guilty because you guys don't get treated as nice as the real life audience. And I think those of you who follow the lecture can tell the difference, the vast difference between the StreamYard, YouTube, Abu Mussab, and the, real life in the masjid, Abu Mussab. I'm not the same guy. I'm not the same person in any shape. I genuinely feel like this is very artificial and unorganic. Like, I know you guys are there, but I only know that your name is there and you're typing, so I know that you're there. It is not the same as seeing you guys in front of me, being able to pick on you live, being able to ask you questions, put you on the spot. I thrive. I thrive in a social environment where I'm interacting with my fellow Muslims. I thrive. I enjoy lecturing. I enjoy speaking. I enjoy sharing the message of Islam when I'm sitting face to face with Muslims or non-Muslims or whatever. It definitely feels artificial online, and that's why there's a big discrepancy. And I try my best to act and to enhance and improve my performance online, but it will never be genuine like the real thing. So I hope you guys can forgive me. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Hey, if we give an Uber driver or waiters tips, can we intend it as sadaqah? I don't know. Tips as sadaqah? I don't know. Next. Would it be considered backbiting if one says, I can't stand Fulan or I hate Fulan, and the person who speaks to knows Fulan? Yes. Yes, it would be. No, it doesn't make a difference. You're still saying something that if he heard it, he will be hurt by it. What swing? The swing that Mufti Menk was riding on or swinging on when he was promoting his new AI based matrimonial application. What was it called? Flowers, or there are 150 flowers. It's one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to cry. Like, I wanted to cry and I wanted someone to hug me and tell me it's okay, it's gonna be okay, Abu Mussab. Don't shed any tear. Now I'm gonna be like, "Wah!" Like, no, you don't make videos like this. No, you don't. I don't care what your story is. I don't care what the justification. You just don't make a video like this, man. Man. No, it wasn't a metaphorical, man. He was on a freaking swing, bro. The dude has, one of the just forget it, bro. If you haven't seen it, you're never gonna understand. Astaghfirullah al-azim, ya Rab, Allah yahdiyak wa yuslihak. Yalla, we need to finish. Do the rules of splitting inheritance apply for a person who only after he dies, or does he have to split inheritance per Sharia law even when he's alive? No, it's after he dies. When he's alive, he's able to do things differently, but there are limits also to, in terms of, if a person tries to outsmart the Sharia by giving someone more than they deserve in order to avoid giving it to them after his death, then it's haram. Do we have an email that we can ask questions to? And would you able to respond? Habibi, in all honesty, you could tell time is of essence. And I cannot, I hate typing. Genuinely, I hate typing. You have two options to ask questions. You have this free Q&A, and the other times, which takes up my time, sadly, it's based on a fee, and it's through the website kayf.qa. KAYF.qa. Double check, Mussab. Wait. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Is that it? Wait. Yeah, Cave.qa. Yeah, Cave.qa. Now that website, my friend, is a place where you could actually book your own session. You could ask a question and it's prioritized, and I will answer it in voice, inshallah ta'ala, or you could book a meeting and have your own private counseling if that is needed. I understand not everybody likes it. That's why we leave it as an alternative. That's why the first option is I'm here at your service for as long as I can, twice a week on the weekend. If you need something more personalized, unfortunately, and I've tried in the past to answer people to the best of my ability, brother, it's not a full-time job. It's full-time 3 jobs. It's 3 full-time jobs. Try to answer everybody, and everybody has a story, everybody has a context, everybody wants to make you, explain to you a bunch of things for you to be able to answer the question. It's impossible. I have to quit my job, divorce my wife, send my children to an orphanage, send my mom away, and then sit behind a PC or a phone all day, literally sleep for 4 hours a day, and the other 24 hours or 20 hours, I'm answering people's questions. I still won't be able to make it. All right. I still won't be able to make it. So we opted for that option. Some brothers came up with a platform, invited me. I like the idea, and it's been good ever since, alhamdulillah. Now, all right. Anyways, that is good for today. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. May Allah bless you all and reward you with goodness for your patience and for being persistent and consistent in attending these classes and for striving in the path of Allah to learn your religion. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us all beneficial tools for the Muslims and help us be among the means that will bring the Muslims back to their forefront of the world and make us dominant and victorious again. But that's not going to happen if we remain complacent. So do your part as we are all trying to do our part. We'll see you bi'idhnillah tomorrow for the Arba'in Nawawiyya. Until then, I'll leave in Allah's protection. Jazakumullahu khairan wa barakallahu feekum wa ghafarallahu li wa lakum wa li jami'il muslimin. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.